morning, everybody. I want to talk to y'all about something. I am reading my devotion this morning, and this one's called A Cost to Others. And it starts off with this scripture, John 19:25, and it says, "Standing by the cross of Jesus were his mother's sister, Mary, the wife of Clopas, and Mary Magdalene." And that's all it says. But then it goes on and it explains that there would be no Christianity without the cross. Because you can't be a disciple of Jesus without taking up your own cross. Now, Jesus took up the cross. And when I say that, I don't mean the wooden structure that was placed on him to carry. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is his obedience, his willingness to do what his Father told him to do, when he told him to do it, how he told him to do it, regardless of what else was going on. Now, his disciples also had a cross. They didn't have a cross to carry until Jesus was killed. After he died, not killed, after he gave up his life, then his disciples had a cross to bear. And they were terrified. I mean, they took off. That was the longest night they have ever had. They didn't have the one person who was leading them, who was telling them what to do and how to do it and when to do it. He wasn't giving them reasoning behind it. He wasn't looking at them with compassion. He wasn't there. And they didn't know what to do. So they ran. But here's where they needed to pick up their cross. And their cross is their obedience, their willingness to do what Jesus asked them to do when he asked them to do it. He sent them out. He wanted them to go and to spread the good news. And in doing so, it put their life in danger. Some people wanted to hear it. Some people didn't. Some people tried to kill them. They tried to stone them. They locked them up. We know Stephen was killed by stoning. And it's not something that you really think about, because when you think about the cross, you just think about the wood. You don't think about denying your family and possibly hurting them because Jesus told you to do one thing and you're doing it, and your family is looking at you like, why are you acting this way? Why have you turned your back on things that we've always done? Why are you being disobedient? Why are you living your life in this manner where you can be hurt? And we don't see it that way. We see it as being obedient, the will of God for our lives, because we know that Jesus has walked with us, that he has kept us, that he has strengthened us, that he has comforted us, that he has opened doors for us, that he gives us life every single day. And he always makes a way out of a situation. So you have to deny your family. In the word, it actually says in Luke 14:26, it says, where'd it go? If you want to be my disciple, you must, by comparison, hate everyone else, your father and mother, wife and children, brothers and sisters, yes, even your own life. Otherwise, you cannot be my disciple. We have to die to self. We have to do the things that he is asking us to do. The word tells us how to live. He was our example. That's what we're supposed to follow. And sometimes when you do that, your family doesn't understand. Your friends don't understand. And they feel like you just don't care about them anymore. Like you've turned your back on them. And that's not what you're doing. You're doing what the Lord has told you to do because you know it's best. You know it's going to work out in your favor. And sometimes down the line, it's going to help your family in a way that they can't possibly imagine. You are showing them, being an example for them of how to live. It's not that you hate your family. It's not that you are, rebelling in any way. You are doing the best thing for them. You're setting an example, a living example. And if they start to follow that example, their lives will change. They will understand that doing what the Lord asks you to do sometimes is not going to be agreeable with other people. But if you love him and if you trust him and you know that what he's doing is best for you because he always wants the best for us, then you'll start to do it. And if your family starts watching you and they start seeing the things that are happening in your life, they will start to understand. It's not a rebellion toward your family. It's not that you hate them. You love them. And you want what's best for them. And the only way that you can show them that is to be the example that Jesus was for you. To pick up your cross and to bear it, to bear the weight, to do those things that may seemingly put you in a situation that is not good for you. But in the long run, it works out perfectly. Jesus will never put you in a situation that you can't get out of. He will make a way. He always makes a way. Paul was in jail, prayed, sang, gave the Lord praise. What happened? Shackles fell off, doors opened. Did he leave? No. He was bearing his cross. He was doing what he was supposed to do. But Jesus made a way. Another time, his life was about to be taken. He was broken out of jail by an angel. People won't understand that, but it happened. And he was safe. God knows what is going to happen to us before it happens because he goes before us. And if you trust him, then all you have to do is be obedient because you know it's going to work out in your favor. That's what it means to bear your cross. It's not a piece of wood. It's not simple. But if you love him, you'll do it. And you'll gain understanding, you'll gain wisdom and knowledge while you are going through. And you will be the example for your family that Jesus was for us. So there it is. That is the word for the day. I pray that it gave you understanding. And if you want to look it up yourself, like I said, it's John 19:25. And then it is Luke 14:26. And you can read it and you can get an understanding of what it means to bear your cross. Have a blessed day, family.